Good Sunday morning, everyone. We are kicking off this morning with temperatures in the 60s and 70s due to some clear skies, light wind, and the fact that we had a wet ground in spots overnight. We had some fog develop across the area, but you can see from our Dallas sky cam, it does look like the fog situation is improving. Still, though, especially to the south and east of the Queen City, you can see about 1.25 miles there for Wadesboro, 3/4 for Rockingham, 2.25 there for Monroe. But this is not dense fog criteria. Thankfully, we're seeing improvement here, and this should be wrapped up completely by about 9 o'clock this morning. Now, the reason why, of course, is the wet ground from some of our storms yesterday. I don't really expect a significant threat for storms today, but most of these are going to stay well east of the Charlotte area. Dry conditions, of course, to kick off the morning. Now, where I expect a few storms to potentially set up are going to be right here along this corridor there. This is east of I-77, especially over toward Union County, Richmond County, Chesterfield County, up toward Stanley County. It's this one little area that has enough of that moisture around that I do think a few strong storms, some pockets of heavy rain could develop quickly there, but they're going to be extremely few and far between. In fact, I really don't expect any rain to develop in the Charlotte metro area this afternoon. But still, officially, the Storm Prediction Center has us in enough of that heat, enough of that humidity to see a strong storm or two. You can see that shaded in yellow, much higher up toward the Greensboro and Raleigh area. Gusty wind and small to medium sized hail is the primary threat there. If we do see some of those strong storms develop this afternoon, excuse me, again, most of that stays east of Charlotte. Now, today's UV index is back in that very high category. This is about 2 numbers here higher than yesterday due to cloud cover decreasing a little bit. But we're going to notice this even higher, especially by Monday and Tuesday. So, you know, we've talked a lot about the extreme heat, the extreme humidity, staying hydrated and things of that nature. May also want to remember to pack on a little extra sunscreen. You know, it's easy to forget, especially early in the day. I know I did that the other day. We had a volunteer event for the Carolinas Metro Reds. It was all before 12. I was like, oh, not a big deal. Got a little sunburn down the back of my neck. So we definitely want you to remember, of course, that this heat is going to be very high, and so is the UV index. And speaking of that high heat, today's temperature right around 92, but the heat index closer to about 95. Now, this is going to skyrocket tomorrow as we could get above 100, closer to 102, and then peaking likely Tuesday and Wednesday, as both days could be near, if not higher than 105. Now, the reason why this is so significant is not only is it above average heat, but it's going to continue for quite some time. In fact, as you look at the 7-day forecast, Monday through Thursday are those 4 days we want you to stay weather aware, as the heat index could be 100 degrees, if not higher. Still expecting that to peak around 107 on Tuesday. But what is more significant is the fact that not only is it so prolonged, is that as we get close to next weekend, if not the 3 days after that, we could see the 90s continue. Maybe not the heat index quite as high as this week, but this heat is going to be expansive. It is going to be long lasting, and especially with folks maybe heading to the Charlotte Knights games as they are back at home in Truist Field this week. A good reminder, of course, to stay weather aware. It is summertime, kiddos outside. We want you, your family, and loved ones to stay safe this week. We'll be right back.